When I think of Fred Sanford's percussion section with the Santa Clara Vanguard, I first think of the battery section, the muffled bass drums, the beautifully articulate snare drums, and the tenor drums having some resonance. Additionally, the player's technique delivered flowing parts that contributed to the elegance and sophistication of Fred's parts, which fit the music perfectly. The smooth lyrical style of the ensemble expressed Fred's music in a beautiful way.
Santa Clara had 8 tenors, high and low. The cutaways, they were the first to do the cutaways, and now you see that everywhere, you know. Fred was a tenor drummer, very friendly, very open, and very willing to share his knowledge with anyone. The last time I saw Fred, it was a big DCI thing in Wisconsin. And he was on the other side of the room, and I waved and I said, "Oh, I'll see him later." But I didn't see him later. I and so many others owe so much to Fred. Like, I had a part-time career doing marching percussion because of Fred.
Miss it, and I wish I could hear it again. I also miss Fred.
It is my pleasure to accept this honor on behalf of my friend and colleague of over 50 years. I thank the World Drum Corps Hall of Fame for the induction of Fred Sanford into this prestigious group of men and women. I met Fred when we both joined the Troopers in 1958. I was 12, he was 11. Little did either of us know that this was the beginning of a friendship that would last a lifetime. We grew up in Casper, Wyoming, both marched in the Troopers, traveled to California at the same time, and taught both the Santa Clara Vanguard and the Concord Blue Devils together. Fred was a very unique individual. He was a born musician that had the gift of perfect pitch. And he knew from the minute he joined the Troopers that he wanted a career in music. So when he and I were hired by Gail Royer to teach the Vanguard, in 1967, he enrolled in San Jose State University specifically to study with world-renowned percussionist Tony Cerrone. Besides being professor of music at San Jose State, Tony was the principal percussionist with the San Francisco Symphony and became Fred's mentor. Fred was an absolute genius. He spent more than 15 years developing rudimental drumming into a symphonic art form. Working alongside Fred to create programs for the Vanguard was inspiring, challenging, and rewarding. Some of the best-known arrangements for Santa Clara was his work on Fiddler on the Roof, Appalachian Spring, the Vita, Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra, or as Gail Royer called it, Young Person's Guide to Drum Corps, and what I feel is one of the greatest drum solos of all time, Stone Ground 7. Fred's contribution to the percussion and musical aspect of the drum and bugle corps activity is unparalleled. He created some of the most progressive percussion lines the drum corps world had ever seen. Fred's contributions continue to influence the activity to this day. On behalf of Frederick Val Sanford, I thank you.